I love my church, and I love the church. And yet there's times when I honestly feel like church culture is kind of putting our spiritual brakes on. How so? Well, I guess I'd call it ritualization and routine. In our effort to be organized and professional, we've somehow lost touch with our grassroots mission. The Great Commission. Has our organized church culture substituted maybe the process for the product? Well, let me offer you some examples on how our well-intended church culture, if not held in check, can be a hindrance to our spiritual growth. For example, when a visitor shows up at church, I sometimes wonder what the heck we're doing. We pounce on them with a smile and a hearty handshake, and we introduce ourselves. And then we start the process. The packet. Here, please fill out this form, and remember to press hard. You're making 3 copies, and here is our bulletin and order of service, and there's a map of our facilities right here too, right there, and and here's our quarterly booklet of weekly Bible studies, and I'm giving you the large print because you look kind of old and you might have trouble with your eyesight. So, and here's the business card of our pastor, and here's a nice brochure that headquarters had published about 30 years ago. We've rubber stamped the back of it with our church, and it's got our website on there. If you go to our website, you can check out all of our staff and their credentials. And here's some Post-it notes for you, and here. And here's a pen. It's yours to keep. It's got our phone number on there. You can call that number and get a recorded announcement of when we hold services. And we've got a visitor's badge for you right here. Now, different churches have different intake processes, but here's my point. Are we shoving information down their throat, maybe? I thought we were supposed to be building relationships, and somehow this seems more procedural than authentic, and it seems to lack any sense of spiritual outreach. And I know it's well intended, but I submit to you that they did not stumble into church because their car broke down in the parking lot. I sincerely believe that they are earnestly looking for something, and I know what it is. They're looking for love. And I further submit to you that if they don't find it at church, they will continue their search at the country club, the bar, anywhere until they find it. So let's start seeing visitors as more than a prospect to increase our attendance and therefore our giving. Let's come alongside them and show them Christian love. Another area of stumble in the church is what I call assimilation, getting new members involved. Now, I guess the theory here is that if we put them to work, this will give them an affirmation of responsibility and therefore a sense of obligation, so they won't quit coming to church. Now, this takes many forms. Join the choir, work the sound system, be a greeter, be an usher, work in the nursery, anything. Now, personally, I think these positions should be earned. Just saying. Again, well-intended, but I think we've got so many doing so much that it takes away from the opportunity for discipleship. It seems like that legions in the church are very busy serving. It's no wonder many of them get burned out. By the way, with so many chefs in the kitchen, who's left to be served? Now, I know some of this seems absurd and over the top, and yes, I've used satire and hyperbole to make a point. I don't mean to suggest that we shouldn't have an organized way of welcoming visitors. But I'm reminded of when Jesus said that he came not to oppose the law, but to fulfill it. Well, in that same spirit, I urge all of us to come alongside newcomers in the church in an authentic way that reaches out to them spiritually. Yeah, I kind of say it this way in a tweet. Interrupt someone's prayer by being the answer to it. Well, that's what I think, but I'm interested in your thoughts, and there's lots of ways you can hit me up. You're welcome to leave your comments below. You can connect to me on Twitter. I am at DataGenesis. And you can certainly subscribe to my blog up there. It is datagenesis.wordpress.com. And I'd like to invite you to join a fellowship of authentic believers that will welcome you. We have a live chat room. It's open 24 hours, and we actually play videos kind of like this one. Most of them are better. And it's open 24/7, and you can go to patriotjournalist.com. And when you get there, find the link to live #rallies. I hope to see you there.